Boom. What up? What up? What up? What up? It's your boy Red Milwaukee 414. Man, we back at the building. Sneakerheads Clothing Line Radio live. Another Tuesday night. What's today, man? June 16th, 2020. We a little bit late. Come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know how we do. We stay a couple minutes late, but it is what it is, man. We got the usuals in the building, man. We got the homie BX, and then the homie IBA. And then we got the special guest for tonight, Measly G. Measly, what's good, man?
What's good, everybody?
Go on and hit that intro, Measly, so they know who you are and whatnot.
Well, the name's Hey Fam Measly G. I'm just a sneakerhead like y'all, man. Everybody else in here, you know what I'm saying? I like to do what I do, put some reviews up on YouTube. So if you get a chance, check out the channel. It's Hey Fam Measly G. Measly G on IG as well. And I always got something popping and hot.
That's what's up. That's what's up. It's your boy IBA. You already know your favorite troll, you know what I'm saying, aka the class clown. You already know where to find me. Just Google me if you don't. And let's get it, you know what I'm saying?
What's good? What's good, everybody? It's your boy BX Rays. You know, I'm in here representing. Nice to meet you, Measly G. I just want to give a quick shout out to my boy, Mr. Laced Up. Happy birthday, bro.
It's his birthday?
Happy birthday.
I ain't know it was his birthday. Happy birthday, bro.
You see that cake that he got on his IG?
Nah, I ain't even seen it.
He got that Travis Scott 6 cake.
It looked just like the sneaker?
It looked just like the sneaker.
Oh, that was his cake, the green one.
Yeah.
Okay. That was dope. It was dope. You got to check it.
It's dope like that. I got to check that out. I didn't even know about it. I got to peep that. Is it big?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's like a Travis Scott 6 on top of a Travis Scott box.
Yep.
They got the little pocket on the side and everything. Whoever did that got down. Whoever did that.
Yeah, they did it dope.
Dang,
It looked just like the Travis Scott 6.
Right.
Yeah, I gotta check that. I gotta check that out. Man, y'all, everybody hit their intros, right?
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Man, let's go ahead and get into it, man. We got the homie Measly G. Hey fam, Measly G, man. The infamous Measly G. Measly, first of all, I appreciate you coming through tonight, man.
All day.
Man, let me see. Man, I've been knowing Measly for a minute, man. Man, Measly gotta be one of the most hustle of hustles. Most hustle niggas I know, man. Measly, I know you live in Chicago, so you know, first of all, if y'all know, man, y'all in this community, y'all know what it is, man. Like Chicago is like one of the meccas when it comes to these sneaker havens, these sneaker hubs, and Measly lives in Chicago. He most definitely always has the early joints. And it's just not sneakers too. Like I get stuff from Measly, like I can hit him up about some Supreme stuff, and he'd be like, I got this, I got that. So he always hooks me up with different Supreme. We get busy in the Funko Pop area. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we get busy with the Funko Pops. He gets you know, but the sneakers I know you most definitely is known for about getting early sneakers and you know what I'm saying, getting some really exclusive type stuff. Even for example, if y'all haven't seen, make sure y'all check out my Chunky Donkey video that I did. I had a Chunky Donkey video when did you send me that? I had that 2 months.
Ago?
No, I had it 2 months before the sneaker came out, and that was because of Measly. Because Measly had the sneakers 2 months before they was out.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Like Measly put me on 2 months before the sneaker was out.
I just dropped the Grateful Dead bear dunks today too as well.
The yellow ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, man.
Already.
Yeah, see, I hit Measly about those too, but he had no info yet. So most definitely, you know, we'll talk about that after, you know what I'm saying, you know.
The plug don't like Bigfooters, fam. The plug don't like Bigfooters.
Man.
Hey, when you talk to him, tell him he gonna have to get some act right. Straight up on the real, man. But Measly, let's start from the beginning though. And I know BX and the chat. Shout out to the chat. We're gonna get to y'all in 1 second. But I know like how did you start out like in the community? How did you start out like collecting sneakers or just getting into, you know what I'm saying, flipping sneakers and reselling or whatever you want to call it?
Let's start from the beginning though.
I moved to Canada. That's where it started. I moved to Canada in like 2015. I always bought shoes prior to that, but prior to that, I was like in college, you know, fresh out of college, so the money wasn't there. You know, it was just the lust like that you had from when you was getting kicks in high school, but couldn't get them like that. So when I was in Canada, I had the freedom to just go out to the malls and just stand in the lines. But I was standing in the lines by myself.
So what year was this? What year was this though? You talking about standing in line? So you talking some years.
This was 2014. I was standing in lines in Canada, but there was nobody else. You know what I mean? And everybody else was smaller foot. So like 10 and a half was like a 12. You know what I mean? In my opinion, out there. So then I moved back here. I want to say mid 2015, and like I said, I was stay at home boyfriend. You know what I mean? So I was able to just stand in lines. You know, I used to make fun of people who stood in lines for 2-3 days, but I got tired of paying that high price, so I stood in line. Got cool with the people in lines, found out that they were resellers, and then shoot, they started putting me on the back door. They started putting me on what sizes to cop. Next thing you know, it just shit, boom, boom, boom. But it all started from just networking, being in line, networking, being first. You know, people need you when you first. Can you watch my spot? Yeah, I got your spot. You know what I mean? You know, you first everywhere. People know you. They come shake your hand and try to slide in where they can fit in. So you get real cool with the heavies, you know what I'm saying, right away. Because it's like, this dude always first, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, let me put some money in your pocket. Like, I don't need no money in my pocket. Just put me on the connect, or, you know, when you get that high-end stuff, you know what I'm saying, let me get it for your price. Oh, I got you. It went from that to, you know what I'm saying, this the dude. Here's his number. Y'all can talk now, you know. So now I go straight to the people at the store. You know, I don't have to go through anybody for the foremost part.
Yeah. And so you basically started in 2014. This 2020. Man, so it's from and I don't know if this is factual. You can let me know or whatever. But I've heard people say, and I've never asked them before, but I always hear people say like you used to help break, or you put break on, or like y'all friends, and then y'all started together or whatever. Is that the case? Or because I always hear like that speculation. I hear one thing where it's like you put them on, then I hear another thing is like y'all started together, then I hear another thing where basically it's like the trio, which is you, him, and Fine Line, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. But I mean, all y'all in Chicago, you know, whatever. So I'm not saying y'all all have the same connections or whatever like that or whatnot, but I know y'all have a whole bunch of different resources and access to, you know what I'm saying, different spots. Is how y'all can get busy. Because even when I was coming up, you know, before there was social media in the 90s and stuff like that, in the early 2000s, if we sold out of a Jordan at the crib in Milwaukee, we would just drive 45 minutes to Chicago and go pick them up. So, you know, like, did y'all start the same time, or was it like you put them up on game, or, you know what I'm saying, or
I can clear that up. I can clear that up. And most of that is, I really believe, a matter of opinion of the individual. You know, some people who may feel the aura I give off, or some people might have started liking Break and then stopped liking him for whatever reason, may look at it slightly different than the people who are still in the Unbreakable army. You know, because just because people don't unsubscribe don't mean they still watch.
Right,
you know what I mean? So that's always going to be one of our first lessons. Just because people don't unsubscribe, they don't watch. But how we came up initially is, when I first met him, I was selling breads, and I was reselling. Like I said, this was when the last breads come out, 2016.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So everything I was doing prior to that was like, no, it was 16. I think it was 16. Damn, that's a long time ago. But yeah, I think it was 16. And like by then I was still, you know, with the high end shoes, you know what I mean? So for a bread, I was selling those for like $200. And he came through and he bought a couple. And then I think I got something else. That's when I started getting all the good stuff. And he's like, bro, I'm starting a YouTube channel. You know what I mean? Can you, can I review it? I'm like, oh, hell yeah. It's nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I came over, I brought him the shoe. He was like, get in the video. I'm like, you sure? He was like, yeah. So, so I got in the videos, and every time I bring up some new heat, you know what I'm saying? Every time I bring up some new heat to review, we do the video together. We stand and give our responses together. So we had a nice little chemistry going on that built it for people and everything.
Okay.
And then he took off. Then I started my own little thing, and I was doing it real good. But then work made me work started sending me all over the country. So then I couldn't record like that. He moved like 30 minutes further south, and I moved 30 minutes further west. So we had that distance. Now, as far as the threesome, Fine Line the Heavy, he been doing this since he started working at a store a long time ago, and he got too big in the store and had to take over the store the way he doing it now. So
for real?
Yeah, Fine Line, he was running numbers. He's a smart man, you know what I'm saying? He's a smart man and about his money. So Fine Line is what I consider a heavy. I can't do what Fine Line does. We all have our niches, and that's not one of mine. I can't go into all the stores like he can and buy all of their stock. I have a few stores I can go and get some of their stock because they work with different people. But some of the stores I might go to, he might go to. But I guarantee you, if he wanted the pairs, his order would trump mine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but with my plug is on the not high end shoes, but like the tier 0 shoes. So that's my thing right there, the tier 0 shoes. Plus I have like a team of botters too as well, who always buying for me nonstop, whether it's the Supreme, it's the Bape, it's the Kith, it's the limited shoes, it's stuff, all that type of stuff. I have the botters work on that, and then I have the tier 0 stores on lock too as well.
Okay. Yeah, because I always wondered that, especially like that trio dynamic between y'all three, because I personally don't know. Well, no, I know a few other people that get busy like y'all, but they don't do YouTube that much. Well, they don't do YouTube at all. They may get busy on Instagram or other social media platforms or whatever, but they don't do YouTube. I know y'all three do YouTube in the Chicago area or whatever. And
do they show their face? Do those individuals show their faces?
On like Instagram?
Just period. Yeah. Do you?
Nah, not really, to be honest with you. They don't.
And if you notice, Fine Line rarely shows his face too. He
just started. Yeah.
Unbreakable got him on camera. Outside of that, even in his own videos, he's a hands guy. For some reason, real plugs, real connects do not like to be seen on cameras. It's like they all broke out of jail. Right. It's like they all broke out of jail.
Oh, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah. So
you got to keep that anonymity. You got to keep that.
You can't be seeing them on the street, because if you see them on the street, you're gonna think they got it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be at them. They don't need that extra smoke. Right. Most of them don't live in Beverly Hills, like you know what I'm saying? Like
I live in Schaumburg, right?
I live in Beverly Hills. We have rioting, please. Yeah. The officers got snow shovels on the front of their trucks with stuff blocked. It's not going down. It's not going down out here. So you know what I mean? I can leave my doors open with $100,000 worth of merch in there and packages on my porch and nothing to ever happen. I'm lucky, but not everybody's that lucky. They don't need people on their back when they moving merch like that. So they stay low key.
No, that's a fact. That's most definitely true, man. Because I mean, Fine Line literally just started showing his face within the last, to be honest with you, let's keep it real, maybe the last 18 months. Because even back in 17, he was still not showing his face at all. First time I met Fine Line was SneakerCon Chicago, and I forgot what sneaker it was that came out that weekend, and I had hit Fine Line up, and he was like, "I got you." I didn't even know he was gonna be at SneakerCon, and he had a booth. That boy had a booth at SneakerCon, and he was literally the whole time he was on the low at SneakerCon, and his booth was right next to Sneakerbox Podcast was still doing a podcast at SneakerCon, and their podcast booth was literally next to the basketball court. Fine Line booth was literally next to the basketball court and Sneakerbox Podcast booth. I never knew it the whole time because I never saw his face. I mean, he literally was Kaiser Soze.
But was he manning his own booth, or he have somebody else manning?
No, he was manning his own booth. Like, he always been a man. You know what I'm saying? That do his own dirt. If you want,
just wouldn't know it's him because he don't show his face.
He literally is like the Kaiser Soze. Well, he used to be the Kaiser Soze of the sneaker community.
Yeah. I seen him at Sticker Con, but I didn't know he was there doing that though.
Yeah, I never saw his face, and then after
He was a hand model. He was a
yeah,
hand model.
he started showing his face after the fact.
Be like, you look familiar. Let me see your hands. Oh, I know who you. You fine line.
Dude, I know that manicure anywhere, fam.
Right. Yeah.
That's what was crazy, man, to see him after the fact. It was like, dog, like you was at SneakerCon. Yeah, I saw you at SneakerCon the whole time, but you ain't know it was me though. I'm like, I don't like that. I don't
Right.
like that. On the real, that's how I got put on a fine line, like actual
But
saying his
you
face.
see, it's business though. It's business strategy. I tell you, that man's a genius because everything he does is to show you the shoe in detail to make you want to get it. And then he so early, you ain't got no dang choice but to buy it from him. Who else you trust? I mean, you ain't got too many people to trust. People tell me all the time, like they get scammed by people on Instagram. And I know I sell shoes on Instagram, but I tell them like blatantly, I don't buy from people on Instagram.
Right.
You know, I know it's ironic because I sell stuff on Instagram, but you know, people don't have to buy from me though. I know, get it, people trust me. You know, I built that up. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't buy from anybody I know, just like you wouldn't buy Supreme. That's not your thing. You wouldn't buy that from somebody you didn't know, or if it wasn't directly from the spot. You don't. I don't guess like that. And I'm not hating on Michigan, but 98% of the people who get scammed is from this borderline the same people in Michigan. I feel like they just changed the street and the name. And they get another gang of people, you know, and they use photos. But it's just like I said, we got to do our research and be careful. But it's all about how we strategize our brand, how he strategizes his, how Break strategizes his, of just telling you whatever it is. Whatever he come up, he's telling you. He's bringing it to you first. As soon as he finds out about it, he's bringing up the talk. That's his MO. You know what I mean? So as long as everybody got their own MO, I ain't saying stay in your lane, but you know what you got going on. Right.
Hey, there you go. Hey, family, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Sorry, y'all, for cutting that off.
Do your thing, man. I'm just forgive me. I'm just trying to make things happen over here, man.
These two Chi-Town residences over here.
Do your thing.
Mm-hmm. Now I got a fish memory though, so I forget extremely fast.
No, it's all good. It's all good. You basically have finished your statement anyway. But
okay, good.
yeah, so but that's what I was saying though. I know y'all three, you know, are in Chicago and y'all get busy. But I know y'all been doing it for years, and you always hear that, you know, you hear the multiple different storylines about, you know, connecting y'all together. So it's like, you know, why having you on here? Because I never knew like the real story. So it's like you might as well hear from the horse's mouth himself, you know, about how you got started and, you know, like y'all connection, about you know, how y'all connect and how y'all linked together, basically all three of y'all, you know, not just you and Break, but you know, you, Break, and Fine Line. Because like I said, the only three that I know from Chicago that actually do YouTube and that actually, you know, flips, sell sneakers, whatever you want to call, you know, is y'all three are the most dominant, or that I just know, period. And all the rest of them that I know, because there are others out there, people. You know, they be on Instagram, or you know, they do other social media platforms, you know. But like you said though, they barely, or they don't show their face at all. And Fine Line just started showing his face, you know, and he still barely does it, but he has now officially shown his face, because he was, like I said, the Kaiser Soze of YouTube and the sneaker community. Like you ain't know who he was, but he was everywhere. Q, you just jumped in. I don't think I never told you this.
What's up?
I saw Fine Line for the first time when we was in Chicago in 2017 at SneakerCon. I ain't even know who he was though, but I had been talking to him, and I forgot what release was that weekend, and I was like, man, I need that release, and he was like, I got you. I see you when you get here. This dude had a booth and everything at SneakerCon. I ain't never seen him before. And then after SneakerCon was over with, and linking up with him. He was like, "Yeah, I saw you at SneakerCon. I was there the whole time." I was like, "I don't like that, bro. I
Right.
don't like that, bro." He was there the whole time. His booth was literally next to Snickerbox podcast booth, right next to the basketball court, and he was there the whole time, man, in his own booth. I ain't even know it.
Oh yeah, he listen. The city is fine lines, man. It's just where it is. He's the source.
Right.
So
So that's really that. That's pretty much in a nutshell what we was talking about before you jumped in, because we really just started a little bit here. But and just getting the background on Measly. Now Measly, like you said, you jump into the high end. You more like the high end person, and then you do like Supreme or whatever. Like what do you really like that you really tap into when you talk about high end besides Supreme? What else do you know what I'm saying? You
See, when I
specialize
met, I need a better word for high end because I don't want people to think I mean like Gucci or anything. And I don't want you to think I mean like fragment high end and stuff like that. It's just the better quality. Okay, like most people are buying in the sneaker community. Like I watch Unbreakable sneaker battles, right?
Yeah.
And I was watching. And I was actually horrified by it. I was petrified by it. I was disgusted actually. And not by the show. I like the show. I like the whole concept of everything. But I forget what shoe it was, but it was like a Concord. Be the Strange Love. I was mortified. Like, how dare you? You know what I'm saying? A Concord, I get it, it's a Concord. Right. But it's Strange Love. So it's like, when I see that, I see people only see Jordans as sneakers. Everything else is trash when I see that. And for me, I'm like, Strange Love has got to be hands down almost in top 5 of shoe of the year already.
Yeah.
Love. Concord is nowhere near shoe of the year. You know what I mean? Right. It's a contest. It's an old repeat. So in a contest, I feel like a Strange Love should win. So I was like, I can't enter these. I would lose. So when I say high end, I mean like the luxury shoes, like the Dunks, the stuff with the premium leather. The shoes everybody's gonna wear. You go outside, I have a pair of Flints, but I'm not gonna wear them while the masses are out wearing their Flints. Right. They're getting pulled out in a year or two. You know what I mean? So that's when Flints will get worn. When I'm like, oh, dang, you still got them? Mm-hmm. That's when I need to wear them shoes. So if I can buy something new and put it right on the toe, I want people to get that same feeling. You know, I have a Syracuse Dunk and throw it on, be like, dang, I couldn't get them. Or like, you got the Galaxy Air Maxes that are getting ready to come out. Not everybody are going to have those. And those are the type of shoes that I like to go for. Those are the shoes that always retain their value.
Yeah, I need that.
And they don't disappoint. I mean, they do, but they don't disappoint because you're going after them for the creativity. Mm-hmm. And when I see it's like that, that's why I cop everything because I might not like it once I get it in hand, or it might not fit right. And since we get so many shoes, if that thing doesn't fit right at all, I'm not taking out an insole. You know what I mean? Right. I'm the shoe. We have too many to sit here and wear and bunch our toes up or to wear tight shoes. Unfortunately, I like it, but it's got to go. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm going for. It's not high end. I should have worded that better. Not high end shoes, but
you know what's wrong, Measly? You know what's wrong?
Mm-hmm.
You got that perm and you got a little uppity. you got that perm and you got a little uppity. That's all.
I lost it, but I cut it out.
So you got that Malcolm Little over there, boy.
I cut it out.
I got a question for you, Measly. You're from Chicago, right?
Suburbs, but yeah.
Yeah. How was it growing up in Chicago during the Jordan era and like the beginning of like the sneaker culture? How was it back then in Chicago? As far as like getting sneakers and like the whole, building up to that.
And then real quick, Measly, man, we got Shoe Freak in the building, man. I ain't want to hold him out. He just be sitting there, man. What up, bro?
That's all good.
What's good, family?
It's all good, man. It's all good.
What's up, Shoe Freak?
What's up, my brother?
What up?
Shoe Freak, get the intro real quick, Shoe Freak.
Hey, what the niggas that he ain't jumping on tonight?
Come on, bro.
I was just asking. Now you already know it's your boy Nigga James, aka the Shoe Freak, aka the dude next door with all the kits. Still trying to get IBA to do this battle, but we'll talk about that another time.
3 rounds.
Hey, good luck with that, Measly. Go ahead. We made a long time.
Growing up, it was weird. Everybody wanted to be like Mike. Everybody used to. And I think the difference is with the Mike character is the world was on the same thing. So I feel like how we felt in Chicago or around here is the same. Everybody felt around with Mike. When they was on the court, everybody was Mike. Everybody had that same feeling. The only differences was we had more adults in our city to turn up to make us feel that turn up when championships were being won. I remember people driving down the street with their asses hanging out the car windows, honking horns. You know what I mean? Like just mooning people. Like that was the thing. You got mooned while people was driving. You was cheering for it. So that was one of the best things right there was the cheers and just the celebrations. Other than that, it was pretty much the same. Jordans, and I don't know if this was everywhere. I know it happened to where we stayed at, and the more you got in the hood, you got your J's took. You know what I mean? Few individuals lost their lives over J's, and that wasn't even fighting. They just got shot in the back.
Oh, and and don't be confused by the glitz and the glamours of the madhouse. It's literally like a block away from the hood.
Exactly.
Like the United Center is like a block away from the hood. They
a block away from the hood.
They revitalized it a little bit. But the hood is like right across the street from the
hop, skip, and jump away. You don't even need the bus.
Right.
It's right there. So everything was in good sources. You had your parents going to buy you the shoes because they was afraid something was going to happen. I know there was a year I couldn't get Jordans, and then after that it was just as we got older, Jordans just got cooler and cooler and cooler. We had our own money, so. That's basically what it was. I really think it was the same everywhere. I don't think it was no major difference. What I experienced, I felt like that might have happened in every hood regarding Mike's at that time frame. You know what I mean?
Right.
Okay. It was a little. I feel like it was a little bit different because of Chicago. Like everybody ain't Chicago though. Like Chicago. I mean, you talking about before the projects was tore down. Now we talking something serious. You
don't understand that as a kid though. That's not something, I mean, you registering it right now,
right.
You're processing it right now, but at that time frame, no one processed, if you grew up in the hood, you grew up in the hood. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm be honest, as a kid, every time I did go in the hood, like I said, I'm right outside the hood in the burbs, I did lock my doors and sink in my seat a little bit like that. You know what I mean? I used to be a little scaredy cat, you know what I'm saying, going in the city just because of what I saw on TV.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? TV was all you had to give you a perception of what Chicago was like. If you went to the city, you went straight to your cousin's house, your auntie's house, something like that, and you played on the block, walked around the corner to the store. You didn't.
Another thing too is you have to remember those were still the days of which the hood wasn't at the games.
No, heck
so
no.
if you were in the hood or you were, kind of, amongst the group of people we talking about, we weren't at those games. We couldn't, it's just that wasn't the demographic. People used to go to games for like date night. People used to wear suits and dresses to basketball games. That was
unless you snuck in the game,
right? So when you ask how was it different, like it wasn't no different from any other city because if you are amongst the demographic I'm talking about who wasn't at the game, it was the same shit. We saw it. We just saw it on TV.
Yeah.
That's true. It's most definitely
watch all that old '90s footage and look who in the stands.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
Let's just watch all that footage and look who in the stands doing like this.
Right.
With a 2-3 jersey on at the age of 12. They don't look like me. They don't look like me.
That's a fact.
Earlier you spoke about being in lines.
Mm-hmm.
I this might sound crazy to y'all, but I've never camped out for sneakers before. I've never done it, but I heard that. Huh?
You fake sneakerhead, then if you ain't never.
I was gonna say, really, how long have you been here?
I just didn't camp out. But you said you camp out and stand in lines, but from what I've been hearing on a lot of these platforms is that the chair is a thing. Is that something that for someone who's camping out, got to respect that chair, or something will happen?
Depends on
it's
where
all.
you live.
It's all. I was about to say it's all situations. First off, that that chair thing is like a year and a half old, for one. Secondly, when you were camping out, the chair was only good because you would sit in that chair and sometimes it get cold. Like I wouldn't respect the chair that much in a warm climate. It's warm weather out, you ain't in your seat, then I'm sorry. If I show up and I don't see you and I just see blank chairs and I've been here for hours, I'm sorry.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah, because people will show up one person, G, and get there first and put down 8 chairs and then try to find 7 other people to show up.
Exactly how the game works.
They may never even find it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I never even saw you here. For me to respect the chair, I'm gonna have to see you show up, put it there, and chill for a while. I get it. You gotta go get your kids. You gotta go to the bathroom, get something to eat. It's cold. You know what I'm saying? You about to go in the car. You sitting in the car in the parking lot. I see that.
Yeah.
I respect that.
I agree.
You drop a chair and you go home. Them chairs gone. They in somebody's trunk.
Bro, you got people that'll come, lay out 10 chairs, go home, sleep in bed, or went to work, come back in the morning, want to come back with kids and aunties and grandmas and everybody and saying these are chairs. Nah, we ain't doing that.
That's how it works.
That's how it works. Like I said, it depends on where you at. In DC,
Grandma wasn't here all night.
In DC, bro, we're not respecting no chairs anyway in DC. I don't. If I the store can open up at 10. I can come up at 9:50. If I see 3 empty chairs, I don't. My nigga, ain't nobody in them chairs.
Yeah,
I don't care where you win at. Those chairs are empty.
And if you pull up at 9:50, they open up at 10. You have them 3 chairs out there, and all of a sudden you pull up. Come on, man? Like you non-void. You non-void. Like where was you at?
At that time, them chairs should have been put up already, and you standing in line.
Yeah, exactly. They should have been put up, ready to get your sneaker. Like,
I'm not.
I put it like this.
Chairs at all.
I put it like this. I see people show up at 7 o'clock in the morning sometimes and be mad that they 50th in line. Yeah. And I'm like, damn, you just didn't want the shoe that bad. Because I know when I really want the shoe, my ass is at the store at 7 p.m. an hour before they close. Because soon as they lock that door, my chair going down. And I spend 2 hours, don't nobody show up, I'll go home or I'll go to sleep in my cot if I want it that bad. Yeah. You know what I mean? If you want something that bad, then you do what you got to do. If you know the shoe gonna be 1,000 and you be like, I only got 250, then your ass need to be in line the night before.
See,
you can sit in your car at the chair there. You can sit in the car. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta sit in the line, but you better watch your chair.
I've never did it that drastic to do it the night before, but I understand. I think the most that I did was 10 hours. The night before was a bit of a stretch, but I did 10 hours.
Bruh.
That's the night before.
That's the night before, basically 10 hours. That's damn near.
Extra 5 hours. Extra 5 hours. Extra 5 hours.
Yeah, the extra 5 hours is a lot, but I mean, I understand. I get it. I definitely get it.
My last camp out was for the Black Stags Yeezys. I don't even do Yeezys, but I did it for somebody else because they wanted them. I was there before the store opened the day before. So I watched them open. I watched them close. I watched them reopen in the morning. I was the first one in line.
No way.
And I walked out with 2 pairs.
The longest I did was the Galaxy foams. That was the craziest camp like I've ever seen in my life. Was that has to be probably one of the craziest like hype. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like era. Like that was the prime of the hype era. Like that sneaker right there, like was a serious camp out. Like I was there literally. I wasn't there the whole 2 days because we alternated just so 2 of us could get a pair. But we alternated for 2 days. You know
for one pair?
No, for 2 pairs, but we alternate like you got this shift, I got this shift, you got like it was a, you know what I'm saying, it was a back and forth. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to the crib, take a shower, I'm gonna come back, and then you go, you know what I'm saying? But you know, like we was like that with it. But we always had one person on deck there, so couldn't nobody be on some, man, where was you? Nah, bro.
That's why networking is important. That's why networking. The longest camp I did was a 2 or 3 day camp, but it wasn't for a shoe. It was for a grand opening. So I didn't have a restock of every Jordan 1 that had came out, you know, type thing like that. I plan on making good guap. That's the something like that. But like you said, if you network, you had a buddy, y'all meet. If y'all do it enough, you'll see the same people. If you do anything enough, you'll see the exact same people. Every time you show up, they showing up because y'all think alike. So y'all at the same time. And now y'all line buddies. You know what I'm saying? they always gonna look out for you and hold your spot, and you gonna do vice versa. You know?
That's a fact.
Look, G, I'm about to go take these kids to school real quick and take a nap, G. You're good, B. We're here chilling. We got beers. Bam. It be like that.
Am I the only one up here that hasn't camped out before?
Strong Parker.
Yep, you the only one. Yep.
Oh no, I'm not about that camp out life. Let's be clear.
You ain't never camped out not one time.
Q done sat around for something, man. It might not have been no 12 hours.
Oh well, yeah, I've done that.
All right.
But
You're
but
the only one.
it
Then.
definitely
But BX ain't busted. BX ain't busted great.
Nah, I ain't do that.
BX ain't
I've
busted
never-
great, but control out delete.
I camp for a complex con.
That's all he knows.
You just gotta have the time. If you gotta really have the time. If you got the time, then it can be done. Like a day, 2 days. I can't do 2 days. I don't think I could do 2 days for anything. I don't think.
It depends what it was. I'll do it. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Depending on what it
Sometimes I don't want to go home. All I need is a eighth and a pack of Swishers and a few bottles of water and
is. Hey,
that's all you need to stay entertained.
yeah, if you don't eat because there ain't a lot of bathrooms out there, so I'm one of them people. When I'm out there, I don't be out there smashing food. So a little liquid here, a little liquid there, and you know what I'm saying, just chill, smoke, and try to sleep half the time. That people, I be out there with a blanket. I got a personal man tent. I go out there and everything. Wind block it up, zip that bad boy up. I take naps.
That's commitment right there.
You gotta be built for it.
Let me ask y'all this
I
question.
ain't built for it. I ain't built
I
for
be
it.
ain't know about them naps, them
Oh,
midday.
yeah. Nigga, please, I didn't have no tent, nigga. I just had me a blanket, nigga. See, all feel like breath.
I ain't
But,
built
I
but
got-
when you're camping out, you got to make sure you got that fire on you, don't you?
No.
It depends on where you are.
Yeah.
It depends on where you are.
I'm gonna be honest with you, G. I didn't camped in the hood, like South Side, like where you look at mug wrong, G, on the wrong block, you're not going home ever. You know what I mean? And they don't mess with people in lines. I'll be 100%. I've never been messed with. It'd be little 12-year-old white kids out there overnight. You know they don't belong out there. You know they got that bag on them. You know what I mean? Gee, there's never been an instance. The only time there's an instance with the line is if, like I said, somebody cutting or something like that.
Yep.
So many people resell for a living that they got so much invested on that store opening that they having to squash that. They be having to squash that, make amends, make agreements and deals with each other on whose bodies are going in, because people like that come with bodies. We gonna have to alternate these bodies. You're not about to get all the first 15 pairs. I'm not going. I need some of them 8, some of them 8.5s. I'm not having it. So before all of that happened, they'll argue and the store will not open and they'll get it straight because they like, gee, we need to eat. You know what I mean? We got to pay these bodies. So we need this store to open. So moms get it together. Don't nothing pop off like that.
It don't be like that out
It
here.
depends on where you are.
Yeah, out here you could be the line. I'm usually like first in line if I camp out anyway. But you always got them people that pull up in the morning right before the store open, and guess what? They get their issue, and people in the line be mad. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care because I get mine. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's kind of fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is true. Because I cut a lot too, but no one gets mad. No one gets mad though. You know what I mean? Like nobody in the back of the line be heated or salty. I know a lot of people cut, people be pissed. They don't say nothing.
Right.
It also depends on what number you are too. Like if you cutting in the first 5, and I'm number 50, what am I mad for?
Right.
I'm number
Man,
50.
I've seen somebody mad who was number 3. They was mad they wasn't number 2. And almost got
see that. I can see that. I can see number 3 and number 2.
Why? That makes no sense because you get whatever you want if you in the
Yeah,
top.
but it's a strong possibility that number 2 can get that only 9. Now that number 3 want that 9 to wear it.
Bruh.
I got you on that
If
one.
I'm
If
number-
they got a size run, I
If
got
I'm
you.
number 50, man,
Hold on.
You ain't getting nothing anyway.
Right.
Let me ask y'all a question. Have you ever waited in the line for a release? You get in there, ask for your size, and they don't even have it.
yeah.
That's a fact. That's a
Bruh.
fact.
That's
And
what
I
happened
was
to me at least
first.
3 times.
And I was first.
Me
Well,
too,
it wasn't
me
my
too.
size. Yeah.
Like it happened to me on the flu games, the last shoes. The flu games.
Yeah,
I went
yeah.
in there. They was like, "We don't even got your size, player." I was like, "Man, what size you got? All right, give me that."
Yeah.
And all I
Hey, but
did,
sometimes they get staggered shit. So that you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I went to go get. I'm trying to think. It was the Kyrie tricks. It was the Kyrie. It was the
hey,
tricks.
Kelly May.
I went there. They only had up to the size 9, so I left. And when I came back, they got the bigger shipments, and I missed them. So I was, hey, yeah, they get the multiple shipments in the same day sometimes.
Yeah, because out here, what I do is, I just get the a size close to my size, and I jump like on offer up or something like that, and I get a size swap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Oh, not bad. I forgot about offer up.
But the thing is, if I don't get it, it got to be like that day or within hours.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, I'm not getting straight from fake, so I got to have the receipt same day, everything. Otherwise, I'm not doing it. I'll put it on StockX or something.
Top 3 ones. I stood in line for the top 3 ones for 4 hours and got to that door and they said, "Man, all we got is the 13." Oh yeah, I don't care. Let me get that.
Right.
I damn near put pneumonia out here. I don't care what you got.
What you wear 12, right?
Yeah, I wear 12.
Oh, you would have been straight anyway.
I have another question for you, Measly G. How do you like a lot in the sneaker community? A lot of people, they say that resellers are bad for the sneaker community. How do you feel about that?
If there were no resellers, y'all wouldn't have a sneaker community like that. And this is why. When you walk into a store, what do you see on the shelves?
Shoes.
Sneakers.
No, you don't see shit you want. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
When you go into a shoe store, you don't see nothing you want. But guess what?
That's not always true. That's not
always true. But for the foremost part, you walk into a finish line on a non-release day. How often are you buying something? You know what I'm saying? If you want to get a basic one or something casual, something for a kid, that's different. But for us, the type of stuff we buy and wear, you go into a sneaker store on a regular day in the week, there's nothing you want. You're looking at socks, flip-flops maybe, some T-shirts, you know what I mean? So they have to buy all of that stuff in order to get the good stuff, right? And the good stuff is the only thing that sells. So when you get these shoes and they backdoor, right? And that backdoor and the extra money they make is to help keep their doors open for the stuff that they're not selling. They can keep moving forward because they got all this inventory they're not selling. Even if they discounted, it wouldn't sell that good. So that's how they get rid of this stuff. Now, where the resellers come in is they're giving them that extra cash and taking the pairs guaranteed off their hands. Yeah, they might sell everything, but they might not. The point is they're not in a position where they want to risk it, especially when they can use the extra cash to help cover things that aren't moving. So
that makes sense.
It sucks to the buyers that they can't go right to the source that they should be able to. But at the same time, if they only bought the shoes they wanted from the source would never be able to keep their doors open because 70% of the inventory that they have to buy, they can't move. Right. They can only move 30% of that inventory. Right. So the reseller's money helps cover another 20, 30% of that. And then also some of the employees, because you got to think about it, that's not the case at every store. So you got to think some of the employees aren't making that much. Yeah, they get commission and everything like that. But you think about resellers making 6 figures a year. The people trying to buy the shoes make a lot of money. And they're in there. I don't know how much an employee makes, but they're making what they make on part-time hours. You know what I mean? An extra $30 or a quarter per pair of shoes, and they can get a man an extra 4 pair of shoes. That's $100. That's $100 to $200. That's a lot for them. I need this extra $100 to $200 so I can have a good life. So I can go to the Bulls game. You know what I mean? So now you keeping money in their pockets. And I tell people this all the time. When I go in the store and I'm shaking managers' hands, sometimes it's a dub in that shake. You know what I mean? Because this is lunch, or sometimes it's a 50, depending on who's in the store. Like, y'all should all get something to eat. You know what I'm saying? Go to the cafeteria, lunch on me, or Starbucks on me, or something like that, to let them know I'm thinking about them. So when something comes in or restock, hey, I got 4 pairs of these Royal Toes. What you want to do? Look, G, I know y'all been closed for a while. I'll go ahead, I'll give you $30-$35 a pair, G. It's nothing. You know what I mean? And they be like, that. You know what I'm saying? Come in tomorrow and cash out. So they'll do that because I'm thinking of them. You know what I mean? Right. And why they need that little extra pump too. They ain't eating. You know what I mean? So they'll look out for somebody who's looking out for them. And then that's why I know it gives resellers give it a bad look, but You know, if you take the resellers out the game and we just are able to go and get shoes, a lot of shoes sit. Resellers buy a lot of stuff and stuck with it. And they sit on it for a long period of time to the point where it's worth money again. You know what I mean? But stores, stuff wouldn't sell out as much if there weren't resellers, if there weren't botters. You know, these stores wouldn't sell out. So resellers are needed. They're necessary. I mean, they can work on their prices. You know, Measly's, I'm always about keeping everything under market or at market or as fair as possible. But everybody isn't me. Everybody don't have the job with the stupid income. You know what I mean? To be able to not have to worry about making my income off of shoes. So today, while they're necessary, I do think they tax a little bit, but they're still necessary in order. You know, Foot Locker was about to shut down, right? Then they filed bankruptcy.
Yeah.
You know, they doing all of these things. They're not doing good. Foot Action shut down. We don't even have Foot Action State Street Jumpman store anymore because they were like 6 million in the hole. You know what I mean? You think they popping because it's the Jordan store, and you think all the major Jordan releases sell out, but Team Jordans don't sell out. You know, only retros sell out. So they were just in the hole. So without the resellers, man, I'm telling you, G, the shoe business would have been tanked.
I could dig that.
Yeah, most definitely, man.
How many people y'all know that don't even shop online? I got homies who Walmart to Walmart me money because they ain't got debit cards, bank cards, they ain't got Zelle, Cash, PayPal. They ain't got none of that. They use their kids' Instagram accounts to even hit us up. It's so many people like that. Even if you did put them in stores, they wouldn't get them.
So
Measly, like that.
A lot of people, like on release day, I know a lot of people get real salty when they want a shoe, like a shoe real bad, and then they see a reseller with like 30 pairs sitting on it like this, and like that's one of the things that I know a lot of people like, man, I hate resellers.
Okay, look, let me say something real quick. When I see stuff like that, I don't get mad. You want to know why? What difference is if one person bought them versus it just would have been, you know, several independent people that bought the same shoe?
Well, I'm not saying as far as like, you know, the shoe selling now. I'm talking about like somebody really wanted
the difference would be that I got the pair that I wanted because that one person didn't buy up 30 of them. That's the difference.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I feel like resellers are very necessary, especially to my life.
I mean, it's simple equation at the end of the day. I get the part where the small business has to kind of compensate for the trash, so to speak, the rest of the stuff that's on their wall. But when it comes to the actual sneaker culture component, there are people that actually want to buy those shoes to wear them. They shouldn't have to pay hundreds of dollars on top of the retail because somebody else decided they wanted 20. And I respect the hustle, but at the same time, it's like it doesn't have to be that way when we can all have the pair that we want.
I agree, especially 100% of the time. I agree with that.
This is how I feel about it. I used to be that guy. I used to walk past when I wanted a shoe, and I used to see a guy with 30 pairs. And I used to be pissed. But I did something about it. Everything depends on how bad you want something. If you want something, you're going to do what you got to do to get it. You know what I mean? You're going to wake up the week before release and call every store that's supposed to have it. You're going to find out, though, they have those many pairs because they do raffles. They're not always backdooring and cheating. They go to every mall in all the surrounding areas. They hit every store. If you go to my local mall, I have a House of Hoops. I have a big Foot Locker, a little Foot Locker, a kids Foot Locker, a Foot Action, a Champs, a DTLR, a Jimmy Jazz.
That's a hood mall.
Finish Line and a Finish Line. That's all across from each other. That's
a hood nigga. That's a hood nigga mall. That's a hood nigga.
In one mall, all of them got GS and men's pairs, except for the kids Foot Locker with all GS. You gotta tell me if I'm not in this mall, because if you're a reseller, you're in the mall 2-3 times a day. You're doing raffles. You're taking your sister, your auntie, your mama. You're making all of them fill out raffle tickets and giving them an extra $15, $20 if they hit. You're paying the person behind the counter a little bit. You actually did a lot. And this is not something that anyone can possibly do most of this stuff. They can do all the raffles. You might not end up with 50 pairs, but you'll end up with your one or not more than one to make a little bit of money back off of yours if you put in that effort. people show up to the line the day of, and people still don't know shit is on the app. How you really didn't want the shoes if you didn't know they was on the app?
That's true. Some people still don't know the app situation is a thing.
Right.
True. Yeah.
And that's 4 years now. You know what I'm saying? That's not brand new. So when I see those people who are I'm like I used to be them, and it drove me to figure out how not to be them. You know what I mean?
Right. So, you have to do that, but that's after the fact. What I'm saying is it shouldn't have to be necessary for a person to sacrifice time that they would do in their regular life so they can enter all of these different raffles and camp out and all this extra shit. I mean, I get it. This is the game now based off of reselling existing. You're preaching to the choir when we talk about that. Now I'm talking about if that did not exist in the capacity of which it does.
In the perfect world.
Right.
It's even
in the perfect world.
It's even got to the point where everybody damn near needs a bot. Like it's like that's like their necessity now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like being a part of a community and having a bot just to get what you really, really want. Because if you just a average Joe trying to get something that you really, really want, you ain't never gonna get it.
Right.
Let me put it like this. Why do we go to college? To put ourselves in better positions, to get better jobs and stuff like that. But we saw opportunities of not going to school opposed to going to school, right? And we was like, F that, I want to go the college way. I look at shoes the same thing. And I hate that I put it as it all depends on how bad you want it. Because we know the game is changing, the world is changing. We have to adapt to the world, we have to adapt to the game. So it's like I don't buy. I refuse to buy. In fact, I don't even try for shoes online manually. I don't even do that. I would get upset. I don't want to waste my time. So it's like if you can't beat them, join them. Fine. I'll befriend botters. Okay? Now they're going to run slots for me. I don't have to worry about that mess. Look, I can't beat the botters. Why not join the botters? You know what I mean? Like literally. You know what I mean? I'm not going to try to bot. I don't have the time for that. I don't even want to learn. But if I befriend a few people who have good success doing it, they can look out for me now. You know, they can cook for me. I can do other things for them. You know, I keep telling people always ask for a deal. Like, I just met you. I can't give you a deal. It's not like you can actually return the favor. You know, not to toot a horn, but you know, if we do this in the game, it's not a lot of people who can return favors that we can do for them. So therefore, it's like you got to have a job where you can get some tolls off my record. You can get out of some tickets. I mean, what can you do? What can you do for me? You asking for a hookup?
Seriously, it's an insult for a person to ask you for a deal and they're not bringing it to the table.
That's
like,
what you bring
it. That's for any business. Reseller, my business, rep's business. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't ask me for no deal. Are you bringing clients or what's going on?
Like I said before, when it comes to deals, I feel like deals are supposed to be offered, not asked for.
Exactly.
My major thing is, especially as a business owner, is like y'all don't do that when y'all be at these. I'm just gonna say it, these different Caucasian businesses. Y'all don't be up in there talking about at Macy talking about some. Man, I would pick that up, but if you can hook me up with you be in there like, yo, it costs this much. I want it. So bump it. I'm copying it.
Yeah.
You ain't wait until Black Friday and it's March. But you pick it up.
Right. When you buying your Balenciaga shoe free, you ain't asking Balenciaga.
I promise you, I am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, I am.
Hey, I'm with him. I'm with the free.
I literally.
Because first off, if you're looking for a deal and you buying Balenciaga, you're going the wrong way.
I promise
you.
Listen.
You gotta ask the employees for their discount. I try to sweet talk and look like, well, why don't you go ahead and hit me buy this when I pick it up when you get off.
You gotta shoot your shot. I literally just bought I didn't buy any Balenciagas, but I literally just bought a pair of high-end sneakers today. And I was really searching for a 15% off discount code, and I got 20% off. I'm not even playing.
You just gotta talk to the right manager.
Yeah, that's just me. I'm always looking.
It don't hurt to ask.
You most definitely gotta shop smart. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying a lot of times though, when it comes to not even just us as a people, everybody.
I'm with you. Everybody.
You're not asking.
You know what I'm saying? When it comes to these small businesses, y'all look at us like, oh man, I know I can compare to going to big boy stores or something like that, and you don't care. Like if they say it costs $2,000, you gonna be mad. You gonna be salty, but you gonna drop that $2,000 if you really, really want it.
That's a
You
fact.
ain't gonna sit there and be like, well, man, I ain't gonna pick it up unless you. If they be
No,
like,
that's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a
you know what
fact.
I'm saying? Compared to the small business, you know, they'd be like, yeah, it costs this much, and you really want it. You can be like, oh man, for real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then you gonna be like, well, if you hook me up with it, it'd be like, bro, why, if you really want it, you gonna cop.
That's
Pretty much. Pretty much.
I'm that man. I'm be like, hey, how much it costs? Oh, you can't give me to this? All right, I'm about to walk out. Sometimes now that I tell they be like, oh, hey, my friend, come back.
I'm always online.
If you need that deep of a discount, that don't make it. If you gotta ask me for a deal every time we talk about business, you're not my customer.
Right.
No, it lets people think about it. It lets me know how people think about it. I never complain about anything. Because what someone asks and what someone tries to get out of me just lets me know what they think of me. You think this of my service that you're trying to belittle me. If I'm giving you something already at the best price and you try to ask for it lower, I'm like, you really don't value my time. Or, you know what I'm saying, my effort that I put into this. So I'm like, I don't trip. I say, I say what I got to say. But at the end of the day, I know how people think about you and you know how to treat them moving forward. Right. So that's how you look at everything. Everybody's going to try to see if they can save a little bit of something. You get it how it is. But you got to shop with a person. You got to buy in bulk. Like, look, I'm going to be shopping with you. We'll shop first. And then after that, you know what I'm saying, once I've seen you did some shopping, let's not talk about pretense. Tomorrow ain't even promised. I done gave you this discount today, and then you in the wheelchair tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? You like, I don't even wear shoes no more. I lost both legs.
It ain't even no different. Like, when you try to help people out, like when you get multiple pairs, and you're like, oh, can you let me get that? Let me get that. I'd be like, look, all right, bet. Give me retail, give me shipping, give me a tip. You know what I'm saying? I don't went out, got the shoe, I done stood up, waited for it, got the wrapper, whatever it may be. I don't want
my gas or something. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? My gas something. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's how I get down. I don't be trying to bust nobody's head open. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, I don't look at shoes as value anyway. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at shoes no more than what I paid for it, and I'm just gonna keep it 100.
I'll say a good example real quick, BS. I see one good example. RBA went to go. RBA went all the way to Hollywood. No, this nigga don't live in no Hollywood. First of all, he went all the way to Hollywood to go pick up this release for me. And he was like, man, just give me the gas, you know what I'm saying? Hook me up with the gas or whatever. He ain't had to do it, first of all. Like I always say, nobody got to do nothing for you. And he was just like, yo, just give me some gas money for going because I don't live in Hollywood. I was like, I know you don't live in Hollywood.
I'm over an hour away from that big.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So most definitely, I mean, even if, people just even ask you for that, you should be grateful because ain't nobody got to do nothing for you. And that's a major hook because some of these folks out here, it don't got to be sneakers. It can be whatever. They busting y'all heads. Y'all like, oh, okay.
You seen what they got with them switches, right? The Nintendo switches?
Yeah, Nintendo switches is crazy.
They was, man, I ain't gonna lie. I bought a few and tried to trade them for shoes. So, I mean, I'm not gonna act like I didn't step my foot in that pot, but Moss was trying to bust heads for them things.
They've been doing it for a minute now. They've been doing it for a minute now with them Nintendo Switches. The next thing is gonna be that PlayStation and that Xbox. Yep. That's gonna be the next thing.
PlayStation. Waffles.
You mean to tell me I'm gonna have to finesse for a PlayStation?
Hey, if you ain't got no act right, I'm telling you.
I'm pre-ordering 5 of both from GameStop.
The last shop,
keep it funky.
It's been a while since I had the last 2 consoles. I got for free, so I don't even know the process to buy a console.
And I'm telling you, it's gonna be a full. First of all, they always come out during holiday season, right? And I don't never mess with. I don't
Octoberish.
Really Novemberish. They come out right around that Black Friday, right before it or whatever. But I never mess with the first edition because it's always whatever a new console come out. It's always like a glitch in that first edition. So I never get the first joint.
Not PlayStations. Them Xboxes. Them
PlayStation.
Here we go with that debate.
Yeah, exactly.
Day 1, minute 1, baby. We in there. Hey, I ain't never had a PlayStation on the first day where that thing glitched out.
And that new PlayStation ain't touching that Xbox either. It's close though. It's close. But we can pull the stats up. It ain't the same. They on different levels.
I don't care about none of that. I'm about to be a reseller when that drop though.
Yeah.
I mean, what does it go here for? It's gonna be like what, about $700?
Yeah, I'm not about to cause me no pain trying to get my PS5 out in these streets.
Hey,
now.
I swear to God, it's gonna be $1,500.
Oh my God, yeah, trying.
Hey, I got the PS5s.
That's just disrespectful, man.
It's gonna be
me. Swear to God.
The game didn't change, huh?
I don't own the game system, so I gotta be quiet on this.
I don't own a console either, so we in the same boat.
Well,
you got a Jersey system over there though.
Heavily, you know.
Hey, having the latest PlayStation is a must.
Man.
Even though I don't have the time to play it, it needs to be here. Just period.
Yeah, hey, most definitely, I'm on the Xbox for sure, man. Measly glitched up. Hopefully he'll be able to come back, but we got Shoe Freak in the building. And one question I did want to ask y'all too for tonight was they still doing these pushback dates, right? How do y'all feel about these pushback? I know we talked about it a little bit initially, but we really didn't get into it. How do y'all feel about different releases getting pushed back? Because it's already been a lot of sneakers that should have been out already, and they still not out yet. Like even going back into May, because whatever that Jordan 11 low was supposed to came out back in May, and it's a few other sneakers that have not came out, and the 6 is supposed to still come out tomorrow, right?
Yeah,
I believe they already in a couple places on my end.
Yeah. So I believe they still supposed to come out tomorrow. And I feel like every time a sneaker has came out since the pandemic hit, they have been hitting for crazy up because of the pandemic. Because you know what I'm saying, stores were closed and now they gradually open up, or they are open now. But even with stores opening them back up, I still feel like every release is still going up because of the pandemic and folks have bread. You know what I'm saying? Where they buying them up real quick, you know, they not sitting on them, or you know, they like, oh, I'm cool on that or whatever. Since they got money, everybody got money, they buying them up. So if they buying them up, then they not in the stores, and then so if you miss out, then you have to go to your StockX or your Go or your reseller or whatnot. So basically, how do y'all feel about that? And do y'all think it's gonna be a change anytime soon, in y'all opinion?
We're changing the releases? What you saying?
No, do y'all feel like it's going to be a change where it's going to go back to the norm? Because obviously right now it's not the norm. Like everything is going.
Oh, definitely. Absolutely. So eventually everything is going to open back up. People are going to start to go back to work. Unemployment is going to go back to the regular salary, you know, and people are not going to have as much free money as they have now. The thing for me is I'm not really interested in nothing that's coming out. Like I do like those 11 lows. But everything else that they pushing back, I could really kill less because I'm not interested in none of those.
Right. I'm kind of in between. I mean, we are seeing a lot of cities do like a full reopen. Well, still with restrictions, of course. I know we're supposed to open up a little bit further, June 22nd. We're supposed to open up a little bit more in phase 3, and I think phase 4 is on July 1st. But
Q, what's phase 3 mean?
Phase 3, well, the part of phase 3 we in right now is just like dining in, like with restricted capacity, like in restaurants or whatever. And then like the nail salons, hair salons, barbershops, stuff like that. And then June 22nd, I think we're supposed to move more into higher capacity with dine-in. I think the lakefront's supposed to open back up. So it's small things like that. So it's still tiny, but it's just more things opening up. And I think July 1st is when like gyms and stuff start to open back up. So and then we could probably start going into retail stores a little bit more. So I don't know, you know. So
has everybody, and I'll let everybody else speak again on the question, but real quick, has everybody numbers like in their own cities went back up or have had a little bit of a spike in the last few days or whatever? Because it seemed like I seen that on the news, like, you know what I'm saying, a lot of areas, like their numbers have gone up lately.
yeah. And that's what I was going to speak on next, but go ahead, guys. Yeah.
I haven't seen much. I haven't seen much of a spike in DC. I don't really watch the news that often, but from what I've seen, I haven't seen anything.
Same here. But I did hear about Vegas. I heard Vegas opened back up, and I heard that they had buku new cases.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it seemed like they're gonna have to shut it back down. So I don't know. I think it was too soon.
Yeah.
Or the way they totally opened up. It wasn't a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
But I think in a lot of those, I think in a lot of those papers, the cases probably was already there in a lot of cases, but people just wasn't getting tested.
Right.
So,
and Vegas is nasty. I'm sorry.
It is.
No hate, no shade throwing, but
man,
it is nasty. But what I was gonna say was,
nasty town, you know what I mean?
we're supposed to be getting a second wave. There's a potential for a second wave. So that's what I was going to speak on next. So we may be getting shut down again sooner than later.
Yep.
I can believe it.
I hear the kids aren't even going back to school next year.
Nope.
Right.
Well, they are, but not physically.
It's still on schedule, but there's a chance this might be our reality for real for 2020. Like,
I know a lot of companies where they were talking about, a certain time that, that they'll be going back into office or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of companies is totally 86 that whole where they working from home for the rest of the year. I mean, even me and Shoe Freak was talking about that a couple days ago.
Yeah. That's what it's looking like for us, honestly.
Yeah, it's a lot of companies. I was talking to Marcus Polos and Jays the other day, and I asked him, I said, he works for AT&T with a nice position in Dallas, and he was like, man, they got us out for the rest of the year, until January. Yeah, until January.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like over here.
Yeah, I'm still working because I work for Frontier, so you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We still up, so
yeah, but you out in the streets though, like you a necessity, like you damn near an essential.
Right.
I am an essential.
You know what I'm saying, to be honest with you.
Some respect on my position. I'm essential, boy.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. That's a fact.
But yeah, our numbers in Chicago, data-wise, are showing positivity, which is why we continue to go into each part of the phases.
Yeah.
But who knows how long that's going to last. But so far, Chicago is looking good. So
everybody ain't got a Lori Lightfoot.
right.
out here where I'm at, is nothing's been happening. Like the numbers that's been going down. Like on Friday,
you on base.
Right.
But I'm talking about outside of here. They're supposed to open up on Friday and everything like that. So we'll see what happens after they open up and what the numbers do. But speaking on that topic, Beasley, how has the pandemic impacted you and the sneaker industry as far as getting the sneakers to sell?
I'd probably say business is up 500%.
I believe it because they're trying to get rid of this stuff. Like
right.
Gee, Mons is about, like I said, it's a big influx in cash. Anybody making around up to 44, I say at least around 45,000 a year, who was laid off, furloughed, or anything like that, was collecting unemployment. They went from anywhere to double to quadruple their income, their monthly income for these last few months. And I'm gonna be honest with you, if you got a kid, that's an extra 100 per kid. So that's why I said a lot of this grade school stuff who's been selling. These are single moms, single ladies, mothers of 1, 2 plus. They're buying like crazy right now. So that's helping because the Asian market backed down a little bit due to COVID. So I thought it was going to take a big hit. But with the influx in cash, moms have been buying more because if you're used to living off of $1,700 a month and now you're getting 4 bands, you know what I mean? Now you can do whatever you want.
But they're buying more, but they don't have anywhere to go.
He said now you can live outside your means now.
People buy. When the
world opens back up,
they're bored.
That's what they're buying for.
Yeah. And then you got to also think about this.
You are absolutely right. People are buying because they're bored. I'm one of those people.
Yeah, they're buying because they're bored. And then also a lot of these boutiques, Measley ain't mentioning it, but a lot of these small boutiques and stores, people can't wait outside in line or camp out and none of that stuff for releases now. So can't nobody just come up to the door and be like, I want that new. Yep. They gotta get rid of it somehow.
Right.
Yep. Yep. And it's even better now because I've been to the malls now since they opened. And I think they're only letting like a certain amount of people in the stores, right?
So now you have lines outside the store.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who don't have patience to wait in line to find out a store might not even have what you're looking for?
Right.
A lot of people.
Yep.
So what them people gonna do? They're gonna go back to them Facebook groups. They're gonna go back to Instagram. And they're gonna look for posts, and they're gonna try to buy that way. So people are still buying. Plus, for some reason, people are so obsessed with getting stuff early now because this influx of cash. They're so obsessed with getting everything early, regardless if they're thinking it might keep getting postponed. They don't know when they're gonna get it. And plus, everybody want to flex.
Yeah.
Everybody want to do a little early shoe flex right now. It's
I
summertime.
don't know why, but I guess. Yeah.
I don't know why neither. You ain't gonna wear it until you know what I mean. Until
Right.
after it came out, but everybody want to pay the high. So hey, let them pay the high.
You called it right. It's the Instagram. It's the social media flex. That's what it is.
That's it. That's it.
They paying for the
Exactly what it
posts.
is.
They could borrow pictures. Send them pictures. Save them some money.
Right.
Hey, but it ain't no flex. It ain't nobody watching.
Yes,
No.
fact.
But usually, how did you get into Funko Pops? And are they easier to get in hand than they are sneakers?
Hey,
Or
who
is
put
it
you?
the
Hey,
same
who
thing?
put you on, Measly? Measly, who put you on, bro?
Oh, come on, rap. We actually have a group. It's been a little slow lately because everybody's been trying to get out of Pops.
Yeah.
Pops are addictive. I'll be honest with y'all. Somebody came over here Friday and gave me 13 bands for my collection.
Oh damn.
Like, yeah, cashed me out. Just took dang near everything. They stripped my walls butt bare naked, like literally.
Are they a reseller?
Oh yeah, the Asian boys come over here. They buy all this stuff, G, and then they go home and they raffle it. Or waffle. I'm sorry, because you can't say raffle, but they waffle it for 30% over value. So,
Hey, did you say they bow? I'm confused.
huh?
Did you say they come to you?
Buy.
Oh, I thought you said bow.
Buy. They buy it. Yeah, they buy them. And then they waffle them off for like 30% over market.
Oh man, what?
Yeah. They're making tons of money off that, man. And they are easy to get. Like, Funkos are in every store you go to. You go to Walmart, you go to Target, you go to Myers, you go to your grocery stores, Jewels, 7-Elevens. Funko Pops are everywhere.
Exaggerated now.
But it's making sure you catch the limited ones. You know what I mean? Like the Mandalorian came out. There was a one with him all chromed out. You know what I mean? Which is reminiscent of when he got those metal plates in the TV series. Those are worth money. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. It's just knowing what to buy. Just
So
like
how do you know though? Like, where do you go to find out which ones are limited and where they're being released at?
I have a toy guy. He lives in LA, and this man buys and resells toys. Doesn't work. He just buys resale toys and grows his green. That's all he does. And this man sends me links. So he say, Measly, you need to cop this and all of this type of stuff. You know what I mean? So he like, get your botters ready. He tells me when to get my botters ready. So I get my botters ready so they can cop multiple. And we cop the limited stuff. I trade it for more stuff that I want. Since it was cheap, it's like a win-win for me.
Sure.
Networking.
So they don't have like Funko Pop release dates like they have sneaker release dates.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
They do?
So on Sunday, Target has they have a Marvel collection dropping. It's a Black Light series, so it's a new series. They like look cool as hell in black under a black light. So all of that drops Sunday morning at Target. So I'm gonna be outside Target at 6 a.m. because they open up at 7. I'm gonna hit that store. Then I'm gonna go to the next Target that opens up at 8 o'clock and do the same thing. Hit that store, and then trade or resell those Funkos. I'm gonna pay $10 for them and probably move them for 30-40.
Yep.
Funko Pop is it's a big industry.
It's literally a sneaker game.
It's cheaper because I'm about
That's what it looks like. That's exactly what it looked like. It looked like it's just the sneaker game just with toys. Honestly,
That's what it is.
Scale.
Right.
On a smaller scale. Yeah.
Small scale.
I wouldn't
You got any
even
Funkos?
necessarily say it's on a smaller scale too, though, because it depends on what it is. It can, if you bought it for $8-10, you will look up and all of a sudden that thing is prime example. I bought from the homie the Kobe Bryant Funko Pop. It had came out. I bought it 2 weeks before Kobe passed away from the homie, and it had been out. It had came out like 4 years prior, or whatever, right? It was only about
20, 25.
yeah, I forgot. I think it was around like $20. That's how much it was estimated at the time. It was just $20. I said, man, I'm not even a big Kobe fan at all, but I said, man, let me get it though. You know what I'm saying? Because it's Kobe. I ain't stupid now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was already retired too, and it's still like the price value was only $20. I said, I'm gonna get it now. Whatever. Eventually down the line, it's gonna go up. Man, he died 2 weeks later. The day he died,
Yes.
it went from $20 to almost $200.
Wow.
Instantly, the day he died, and that's at
day
the
he
same
died.
time. That's the same time that everything else that was in stores, that was at Ross and outlets and everything, and all everybody was going to go buy anything that had Kobe symbol on it or just whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing with that. Same thing with his Funko Pop. It went from
His
$20.
death made the other ones go up too, though.
Yeah.
D-Wade, LeBron was at like 180. Next, they had 240. Now they at 270. Dang,
Yeah.
300.
Damian,
what I mean?
Dame Leonard. I bought Dame for like $20 too, and now he almost at $100 now.
Dirk Nowitzki at 5.
Wow.
Paul Gasol at 350.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Rondo is at dang near 170.
Yeah, that Rondo, that Celtics Rondo, been a fool for a minute. Yep.
Wow.
Q, do you have any Funko Pops?
I got them all for free. I got 3 of them.
Yeah, I got one. I got mine for free too. I got one.
Yeah, I don't do Funko Pops.
All I got is Jordan.
That's a bad habit, G.
Yeah.
It's addictive. It's addictive.
I don't need a new
I was
addiction.
blowing bags. on
Yeah.
Funko.
Hey, and then a lot of people that's in the sneakers or whatever. You get in the Funkos, it's normally because Measly, what was that last year, or the year before? Like it was a super drought in releases, and it was like nothing coming out. And all of a sudden, that was like a major like pickup in that time. Like I was just picking up stuff because it was no sneakers coming out that I was really interested in at all. And that's how I got into Pops, and I got addicted.
Yeah. And that group we was in wasn't no help. Because
No, it wasn't.
sending each other's links, see pictures of shit, and then we like, oh man, then all the Biggie Pops was coming out. We was like, oh man.
I even see people doing Funko battles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
In fact, Davey McFly, I don't know if he still runs those things, but yeah, Davey McFly set up a little sneaker battle and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So yeah, it gets pretty crazy.
I don't think I should have lost that match either.
So, Measly, are you still collecting sneakers for your own personal collection, or are you just mainly into like getting them and selling them?
So right now I have and I'm trying this out this year. I have a limit. Once I hit 100 sneakers, some gotta go. So it's like if I'm not wearing all of that stuff, it's like okay. So right now I bought dang near every orange shoe that came out for the last 2 months. The Syracuse Dunk, the orange Home and Away Air Max 90s. I just got the orange camouflage Duck camos that ain't out yet. I just got those. So now I'm looking like dang, I got all of these orange shoes, and now I'm at my 100 limit. Orange shoe got to go. You know what I mean? I'm not going to get to wear them all, so something's got to go. That's why I've been doing like the comparison videos and then what I'm getting rid of. I bought the Yeezy MNs, I bought the Alvas, and then I bought the Fear Gods. And I'm like, they're all triple black shoes. I can't keep all 3. There's no need. Some got to go. Right. So, I tried them on, comfort test, anything I felt like that was uncomfortable, I'm getting rid of the shoe. You know what I mean? So I did that. I didn't like the rubber toe box on the Alvas, so that shoe went. You know what I'm saying? The MVNs only look nice if the 3M is reflecting on it. So I said, you know what? Dump that shoe. I'll keep the triple black Fear of God. They're comfy and everything. So that's what I'm deciding right now. Since I'm buying everything, after you got so many of a certain colorway, you gotta let a few of them go.
Right.
My question is, does your collection have rhyme or reason? Because I think I know the answer already. Because you a mood type of guy. You know what I mean? You're not one way or the other. It's just what you are at that moment. So like, What's your rhyme or reason with your collection? Especially since you're only doing 100, there has to be. I imagine there has to be some sort of direction. But at the end of the day, I know you, so it might not be a direction at all.
Right. I'm trying to think. I haven't unDS'd anything in a while. So right now it's just like, what's the fire? Okay, so like I copped the infrared. I copped all those orange shoes, right? And I'm deciding on which orange shoes to keep. But I also copped the infrared and those lime green Air Max 90 camouflage duck camos too. So I'm like, I can't keep all three of these. So I've been trying to stick to my favorite colors and silhouettes that I can wear, and shoes that I can wear that won't look beat up after I've worn them a few times.
Right.
That's what I'm sticking to. Like shoes like the Chunky Dunky, I'm keeping them, but that's only once they hit 2,000 plus. I could sell them, and you know what I'm saying, use that as a house down payment or something like that. You know what I mean? Some of these shoes, I'm keeping them. I'm not. They're going from the out of my personal collection to my asset collection. And then once they're in that asset collection, they're really just being kept to be sold, traded, to do anything. So that way, when I'm ready to cash out the stuff I don't want, it's a nice large amount.
And see, that's a real reseller right there. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you got a lot of people that want to go out and get a couple of shoes and want to really, call themselves a reseller. I mean, you are, but at the end of the day, it's like, okay, if this shoe go down, can I afford to sit on it? There's some people that don't even know how to sit on the shoe. You know what I'm saying? Put that shit in the closet and forget about it. I ain't worried about the money. I'm not broke. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of people that got to get that off.
You gotta have money. You gotta have the money to do it.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing, just like buying into stock.
Yeah, you gotta know when to take your losses too. It's shoes that I just dumped that I take big losses on. Like those what was those furry, the social status sixes? Bottom went crazy. We didn't know they was gonna brick like that. I ended up with 8 pairs. I ended up with 8 pairs at $250 a pop.
Man.
So I'm like, you know what? I'll sit on this shoe. After a while, I'm like, dang, these they at 130. I was like, there's no recovery from this.
Right.
There's no recovery. So I sold them all. Bought Jordan 1s when there was a Jordan 1 release coming up. I sold them all, and I used those to put in the Jordan 1s. And by no time, I had all of that money I lost back. So sometimes you got to know when to sell and take your losses and use that to flip it and make that money you lost right back.
Right.
You know, to break even. Because I mean, I lose stuff all the time. I lose shoes in the mail. I forget who I buy stuff from. You know, they might have.
He's gone. Oh, there you
Cute.
Yeah, but that same thing happened to me though when the Shadow 1s came out. I bought Shadow 1s and I just had them. I was just like, bro, what the fuck did I do?
I thought they was gonna do something too. I ain't gonna lie. I thought they was gonna do something.
They had something now.
Yeah, they up there now though.
Yeah, they up there now. Yeah.
Hey,
that would have been me holding them for like 2 years though.
Yeah.
But that's because those had high stock numbers. They had 80,000 on that. Jordan 1s, 80,000 is a lot. For like OGs, they dropped 350,000, and then you'd be like, oh wow. But when it comes to Jordan 1s, 80,000 is like the most, like the highest number. That's a brick. You know, those are going to sit like that for 2 years. Think about remember the All-Star, the 2017 All-Star 1s?
Yeah.
Remember they was at retail or less for 2.5 years? And then just randomly at the beginning of 2019, they was $300. They were still sitting at Nike on the shelf. At the real Nike, not even the outlet, at the real Nike.
Did you see that happening with the Royals? The way how they shot up like that?
I'm not predicting shoes right now because of COVID and all this influx of cash. I'm gonna stick to that. I tell everybody that I say, gee, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if you should buy high. I don't know if you should wait.
Yeah, that's one of them shoes though. That's one
the
of
Royal ones though. It's one of those shoes.
I think that's one of them shoes that sold out because people bored.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it looks good though. It looks good, but I agree with that. I feel like they sold out because people are bored. But they do look good.
That's what kicked it off. That's what kicked it off. I'm telling you.
Y'all, I hate to correct so many of y'all. Them shoes sold out because they was gonna sell out. Bored or not bored. It's a Jordan 1, nor was it an 80,000 pair Jordan.
There's a lot of Jordan 1s that's still around though.
Yeah.
And That's it. Wasn't a royal. You got the
It was
royal
going.
color.
It was going to sell out. It was going to sell out
That
regardless.
was gonna sell out regardless.
But the price of it right now, instantly, I feel is
Right.
what makes the difference. That's what I'm saying.
That's the unpredictable part, is
Yeah.
how the price is fluctuating. Because you would expect people not to have cash if they haven't been working. So or you would expect these things to be in the store still
No,
if
they got
there's nowhere for you to shop. So how people get in there?
It's like it's like how the Master 12s jumped off.
Tax
Like
time.
the tax time. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's different though. That's different. Like with this royal, so again, people just sitting around with money.
When it's tax time, what is tax time? What is tax
Now,
time?
see, that's what I think about that top 3 factors. I think anybody who's buying that early, they're bored with money. What else people been buying early? People who buying these Concord
They got the damn. They bought out
because
the
today they birthday.
The Biotech Air Trainer 3.
Man, bro. Hey,
I haven't seen that.
When that sold out, I ain't gonna lie, I was sick. I was like, for real, bro.
Right, and it happened instantaneously. Like
instantly, yeah.
Any other time, we would have had a chance for a shoe like that. It's a popular colorway. Don't get me wrong. But come on, when I say people buying, that's one of them.
Hey, you know another one on Sneakers app that instantly sold out was that all white Air Force One with the black. It got like a little bit of a black on the side of it. I think it got it got like air, and it's not stitched or anything. It's like in rubber with a line going across. It's a basic Air Force One. Ain't nothing special about it at all. Instant sellout.
People are bored with money. People are at home with money. They stuck in the house. The sneakers app is booming.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what they doing.
That's my whole point.
I also think they be lagging a little bit because I just bought little kid across the street from me. His grades was good. I just bought him a pair off of Champs, and it got here 2 days ago. Like those, they still sitting on Foot Locker, Foot Action, Champs, but people are only shopping on sneakers. People think Nike is the only place. People forget to go to Foot Locker if it's not a major release date or something like that. They don't go to Foot Locker and Champs. Then everybody's just flooding one outlet, and then when it sells out there, then they go to other outlets. So that's another reason people think sneakers is they only hope. That's why you see the prices go up after sneakers drop their shoes, because people feel like after they ain't hit on sneakers, it's the game's over.
Yeah, I got a homie like that. He stresses out, man. Stresses out to the max. He couldn't get those black and gold 6s on sneakers, and was stressing. I'm like, bro, look around, bro. It's 10-10, bro. Just relax.
Right.
And they restocked like 12 times.
Yeah, he was
restocked like a mug. Yeah,
he was able to get them later that day, but I'm like, bro, just relax, bro. Just take your medicine, relax, so everything gonna be okay.
I take your medicine.
Yeah, it's been crazy with these releases, man. All these different pushbacks or whatever. I feel like it's only fueling the resale market, with the pushbacks. Because every time a pushback happens, it's like, oh my God, I gotta have it. And the resellers already be having them. They know where to go get it.
Yep.
So if it's supposed to be a certain release date and I was pushed back, that just give them more like, well, shoot, every time they push it back, the reseller looking like ching.
Yeah.
Hey, this is exactly how they go in the head. Man, I don't know what to tell you, but $350 right here.
Yep.
Man, gee, I don't even know when they gonna drop though, but I know they going. Hey, and that's the truth. Because like you said, everybody's got a bathroom back door now. So when things really do drop, you're gonna be like, damn, how many pairs actually gone? Do I have a shot at these stores? Did these stores backdoor? You know what I mean? Like, think about all that in my head. Like I think about like what's this Jordan 1? The Jordan 1 tie-dye, right?
Yeah.
They let me buy 50 pairs already. How many you gonna have to open when the store open? You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna have nothing but a size run for people. Now, how many of the stores like doing that? You know what I mean? So when people do come, they be like, dang, these were limited. Like, nah, they wasn't that limited. They've been selling them for 2 months already.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's how it is out here. Like out here, they sell the shoes, but you can't take the box.
Yeah, I got a few stores to do
that.
Yeah,
that's crummy. That's crummy.
That's a little annoying.
You can come back for the box. Yeah.
Yeah, you can come back, but that's
if I'm trying to buy something off a reseller, bro, if you don't have a box, man, get away from me, bro.
9 times out of 10, when it's like
it
that, it's
depends
because
on
they
the
work at a
resale.
store. Yeah.
Shoe freak. A lot of them stores over there on Melrose that we went to do that shit.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. See, I'm not with that. I can't do that. I can't do. I can't do that, bro. I can't do that.
Would you do it in the store though? Would you let them put the paper in your shoes in the bag and give you a ticket and tell you to come back on release day and get your box?
Right.
Would that be cool?
Yeah, I probably would do. I do that at the store.
Now, if you did that and you took 6 of them, would you be like, "Hey, I got these 250 right now. Y'all can wait on them with the box. I can get them with you for the box on release day, or you want to take them right now?" You know what I'm saying? And
as a seller, I'm definitely doing it.
you just got back.
Right.
Yeah, I'm talking about to get a pair for myself. But as a seller, I'm definitely gonna do it if they let me for sure.
I got drop fronts. The box can kiss my ass.
Hey.
I'm saying like if I'm buying something off a reseller on the street or just out at just wherever, and then you don't have a box, I'm not even.
Oh, I feel you.
So I'm not even gonna entertain it.
I wouldn't either. I feel you.
I'm with you on that
Depending
one.
Depending on who the person is, but if I don't know you, man, I'm not trusting that.
Man, it could have been measly G, and I'm not buying them.
That's a nice little trick they're doing. They just keep the box so the perception is that the inventory is still up there on the shelf.
That's a fact.
Well,
and when that release day hit, that's how they scan it in and keep it legal.
Release day, that right, exactly. It's
getting
bamboozled
out there,
got
man.
the other people, because I got my boys who be in the I got my my essays who be in the warehouse. G don't even speak English. I send them pictures of shoe boxes and sizes.
That's how he get busy.
And that's how I be getting the stuff like 2 months early, because they come in through the Nike warehouses. And when I be like, "You see this? You hit that box and you call me." They hit that box. I link up, cash them out real quick. But they've been getting greedy lately because they've been watching StockX and social media. I be mad as hell, man. They've been getting greedy lately, but I'm like, man, gee, I'm letting y'all know what to pop them boxes. Sometimes they come without the boxes because they can take like 4 to 6 pairs at a time with no box, opposed to taking 1 to 2 pair if they got to take the box. And then they thinking I can get $200 a shoe no matter what. So they don't care about a box. They thinking about getting 6 pairs opposed to taking 2. So that's why you seen a lot of these like SBs, the strawberry coughs. You seen all of them with no boxes and stuff, all taken from the Nike warehouse. And they gonna burn them. They're gonna burn all the pairs because they got a lot of complaints I heard about the strawberry cough.
Hell no.
Since during this pandemic. So I'm hearing they're gonna burn all the leftover pairs and redrop the shoe without the strawberry coughing on it.
Okay.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
So that means if you're able to get a pair, then you better go ahead and cash that out. That
means the no box pair is about to go up.
It's gonna be a rare shoe.
Yeah, if they do that. I'm trying to get the 7-Eleven in next week before they get all of those burnt, because they about to burn them 7-Elevens too, because they canceled that drop too because of the Olympics or something that was supposed to happen or something.
I forgot the story. I read it. I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Do y'all feel like Nike backdoored the Chunky Dunkies?
No, I don't feel like Nike did it, but I feel like a lot of the.
It don't matter to you because you got a pair.
No, I'm just asking.
The skate shops backdoored them.
A lot of people were picking me up.
Don't blame that on Nike. Blame that on the skate shop.
I don't know. I'm talking about from the sneakers app, because I've been on Instagram every day since the release. I ain't seen a got them yet.
Right.
Well, you got to think about this. SBs are super limited.
I'm aware of that. I'm just
super limited.
I'm trying to find one.
I don't think
I can show you 5.
When they did the release on Sneakers app. By the time they did the release for Sneakers app, they literally had none, because they distribute them to all the skate shops, and then whatever they have left, it was like bare minimum. So go ahead, you know better than me.
I ain't seen no got them.
My warehouse buddy popped at least 50 of those too. So
so did you hit on the Sneakers app for 5 pair?
No.
Oh, hell to the no.
That's what I'm asking.
No. But I know 5 people. I know 5 people who all hit. and they people who don't even wear SBs. They don't even want the shoes.
Man, I feel like when it came to them shoes were sold before release date.
Yeah.
It had to be. They had to
You
be.
know, I mean, it's the pandemic's going on. They not allowing people to line up and all of that stuff out here. Them shoes is gone, bro.
Yeah, it's not too many. It's not too many releases that I go on my timeline, and I don't see no. I'm talking about none from the release they took today. None. It's almost impossible to happen, but I haven't seen it.
Yo, I think, as a matter of fact, I don't know if she's still in here. I think D Reed was the only one I know hit on sneakers.
Yeah, I think she hit on there.
Wow. Yeah.
D Reed hit on sneakers. That's the only person I know that hit on sneakers. She is it.
See, people hit me up and was like, "I hit G."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Well, shit, let me know if you sell it."
It was D Reed and Sneaker Editions. He might still be in here too. Both of them, and he wear 13. That's what really kicked me.
You know what he did?
That's a grail. That's very hard.
Exactly. And I was telling him because he was talking about, man, I don't know if I'm gonna sell them or not. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about selling them. If they hit $2,000, then I might sell it. I said, bro, before he hit and after he hit, I said, normally, you know how they be doing the 8.5s and all that, whatever them small sizes be the money sizes. When it come to SBs in this release, they are so limited. The big sizes are the money size in this sneaker because they made less of the bigger sizes than they did the smaller sizes. So the bigger sizes are going to be more of the monies than what the smaller ones is. I mean, they all going to be money.
Right.
Just think about a size 13 shoe on the skateboard. Think about that. Now think about two size 13s on the skateboard.
Those SBs are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't even. I don't think I can let mine go. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if the price is right, obviously, but
size 14, hell, shoot, because they went up to size 14. That size 14 is a stupid money size because they ain't make none of those.
Yo, rep. I got a situation I gotta go take care of real quick, so I'm gonna hop out.
Okay, it's all good.
All right, peace, y'all.
all right, my brother.
All right, BX.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't think I can let mine go. At least. I mean, if I do sell them, they're gonna be worn for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, like I said, a few of these. Beginning of next year, I'm gonna sell 2 to 3 of them and finish paying off my car.
I hear
That's
that.
how you gotta strategize. Next year, when next year comes, 2 or 3 of those will pay off my car, and that's how I'm using it right now. Like these shoes, after I'm like, because they crease up so bad. I'm like, I can't. You know what I mean? It's what 1,700 right now, right? So let's say March, them bad boys is around. Have y'all watched The Strange Loves at all?
Not lately. No, not lately.
They sat at 450 for a full month. A week later was at 750. 3 days later was at 900. 2 days later at 1,000.
What?
That's that
Yes.
much. I'm telling you because there's so much money out here right now where people get. I keep telling folks when it come to SBs, people think like every other release, every other Jordan and stuff like that. They restock and all that good stuff, right? When it come to SBs, they don't restock SBs. Once they put them out, that's it. You'll never see that sneaker again unless they do. They literally make it over again, like they did the pigeons, or like they just did the Brazils. Like they gotta literally like remake the shoe. You know what I'm saying, as a re-release. But they don't restock nothing when it comes to SBs.
Because out of all the SBs that I have, I ain't seen a restock on none of them yet.
Never.
And dunks too. Don't sleep.
Too.
I'm telling
SBs
everybody,
dunks.
dunks and SBs are the money this year.
Yeah.
I know Jordan 1s are a slower climb, but if you look at those Syracuse, right? Those Syracuse came out, people were selling them bad boys for $220, $240. They are $380 now. Kentucky's $360, $370 now. Those Plums, $350. Those Viatex, I think, are around $300. Those Viatex dunks.
Yeah,
So
those Viatex dunks are stupid.
Yep.
Yeah, those Viatex dunks are crazy. I'm actually trying to get my hands on those. Everything else I'm good.
You can have the most random dunks and SBs from a couple years ago that you like. For example, myself, I was at the outlet randomly, and I just saw some dunks that was on sale for $20, and I thought they was dope or whatever like that. I wasn't paying. I was like, hey, $20. I'm a cop. I looked on StockX randomly. You know how you go on StockX and they show you sneakers or whatever, like the new high or the new low or whatever like that. I see this dunk and I'm like, yo, that look like that dunk I bought from the outlet like 5 years ago. Lo and behold, it legit was, and I bought it for $19.99 at the outlet. And when I looked at it, it was sitting at like $385 last sale. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yep.
So
That's the money. That's another thing I did. I got into the sneaker game as a collector, and after you buy all this stuff and you start to look at it as really as assets. Everything is an asset. You know what I mean?
Exactly what it is.
It's like when I buy jewelry, I don't buy fake jewelry because at the end of the day, after I'm done with it, after it breaks, I can melt it down and repurpose it somehow. You know what I mean? So with the shoes, when I'm done with shoes, worn or not, because y'all worn shoes are still worth money. You know what I mean? When you're done, when you're officially finally done, you don't even want to look at that bad boy in your collection no more. You could turn it into a new shoe, a piece of jewelry, some Funko Pops, a dinner for two. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? You got the new camera equipment. I remember I sold a few pair of shoes to buy my first camera. Used it twice and then never used it again. But I sold a few pair of shoes to buy a camera to take better videos. You know what I mean? Like, they help out with everything. I want to pay off a car. You want to buy a Rolex. Hell, fine. Shit, sell 7
closing costs. I sure did do it myself.
You know what I mean?
Hey, yeah, I'm about to get ready to head out. I'm going to get with you. Appreciate it, Rick.
Okay.
No,
that's
so,
most definitely a fact.
look at that stuff as assets.
That's most definitely a fact because we talked about that a while back. I did that with my closing costs for the new house when it was all built and it was ready to go for us to move in after they, you know what I'm saying, they got us ready.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, I was ready to go in my pocket, but I was like, I don't need to go in my pocket though. I went straight to StockX and I sold every double up I had for ever because I was like, I'm just sitting on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not wearing it. And every sneaker that I had bought last year, or not last year, but the year before last, that I had not worn, and I was just sitting on it. And I was like, if I ain't wore it by now, I ain't gonna wear it. I just bought it. It was an impulse buy, basically. It looked dope, but I should have worn it by now. So every double up and every impulse buy, I put on StockX, and I use that towards closing costs, which, you know what I'm saying, made me feel better about going in my pocket for the remainder because I didn't have, you know what I'm saying? So it's like doing it like that.
That's smart.
Yeah, it is very smart.
Extremely. That's what the sneakers are here for. We just need to use them as such when we get done with them. Because I realized, there's shoes that's hiding behind my mannequin I can't even get to. You know what I mean? I don't want to move him every day. That means, you know, that means everything in that portion is not ever getting worn again unless it's really like, okay, this outfit ain't gonna work unless I pull out this particular shoe, like the Sonic the Hedgehogs. You know what I mean? I ain't got too many outfits I could pull out to go with a pair of Sonic the Hedgehog Pumas. You know what I mean? So them shoes can just stay dead like that. But I'm like, whatever else it is or whatever I can do with it, man, I want to, if I got to move some stuff I'm not wearing to buy some new shoes, dump some of these Jordans to buy these Dunks to sit on, then that's the move. Because I'm not buying stock. And I'm getting older. I need assets somehow. Yeah. So stick to what I know. And I know the shoe game. So my stocks, my assets are sneakers.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. Most definitely. I tell people all the time, man. And then another thing too, y'all, if y'all out there, man, y'all spending money on these releases every week. You know what I'm saying? Y'all literally could be missing one of y'all. If y'all miss a release, right? Y'all sitting on that bread. Y'all could take that bread and break bread with Nike or whoever y'all like to mess with. You know what I'm saying? And get money together. Cause I'll be damned if I'm gonna be spending all my money with Jordan Brand and Nike. And we could be making money together. I've been doing that for years. I break bread with them. I spend money on stock with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know, to each his own, but I'm like, I'm spending all this money with it. They getting my money for years, for decades. It's time for us to start getting money together.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that should be a must. Like the brands you spend the most money with that you know are like continuing to be innovative. Like Nike is that's a trusting brand to invest in because they constantly have new innovations. Their portfolio is so strong that they can reach back 30 years back, re-release some shit that everybody's going crazy over.
Right.
And that's just how strong their portfolio is. So companies like that, I mean, if you buy enough with them, you need to know enough and invest accordingly. So I agree with that.
I might look into that. I might look into that.
Absolutely.
You can't lose. You can't lose. You've been spending money with them for years. You might as well get money with them.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's fair.
You know what I'm saying? So let's
Just
go
do your
ahead.
research.
Yeah, just do your research. 'Cause it's more than just Nike, but I mean, like the things that you really into, things that you really been messing with for years. It's like you've been spending money with them for years. They've been eating off of you. Y'all might as well start getting money together.
It's some
Mhm.
dividends.
It's just like you pay rent for years. You've been paying rent for years in the same house.
Mhm.
You might as well look into buying. If you've been living in the same house for years, but you've been paying somebody else to live there,
Right.
you might as well look into buying a house. You might as well, because you've been paying somebody else for it the whole time.
Absolutely.
Man, that's
Remember, when
facts.
they paying them, they paying less.
Exactly.
Right.
They coming up off of you because you living there. You know what I'm saying? So
I ain't
Mhm.
gonna lie. When I had my apartment and I realized how much I was paying, and after about 5-6 years, I added up what I done paid these people, and I said, bro, I could have done had me a little condo or a townhouse by now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, golly. Now,
Yeah, you get to
now
that.
you living in Big Bear. Look at you now. Look how you living.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Oh,
You do get to that point where it's like, yeah, it's probably about that time to go ahead and get my own something, you know. 'Cause
No, it ain't for everybody. No, don't get it twisted. I understand. A lot of folks they like, yo, they don't want the headache and they don't want the maintenance and all that.
Mhm.
I get that, but I'm just saying, like, if sooner or later, a lot of people, you get to the point, you get to thinking about it, just like IBA said, man, I've been spending all this money for the last umpteenth years, saying paying somebody else for they property,
Right.
whatever, and it's not even mine.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It's sometimes hey, let's break bread together.
hey, I'm telling you what I thought when I looked at the number. I was like, I had this much money to give away. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's how it felt. I was like, bruh.
I don't even want to do that calculation, man. You know, I live in the city, so
Man, it hurt. It hurt. I ain't gonna lie.
I can imagine for real. So let's go ahead and close it out though, y'all. Measly, you got something to say before we close it out?
Yeah. I just want the community to know this. I know I'm a reseller and I benefit off of people wanting things early, people who want to pay the high, people who are willing to. I benefit off of that. I do. I don't care to benefit off of it though. What I do care is about this community is people do your research, ask us questions if y'all don't know. You don't have to buy everything early. You don't have to always pay the high. There's always another outlet depending on the shoe. So at least for GR's sake, if you know it's a GR, do your homework, because the way I see everybody throwing out money and everything, I talked to somebody today asking me about the Hair 6s. I'm like, dude, you the same person gonna be hitting me up talking about I want these off-white 4s, but yet you ain't got $800, but you bought every GR on the way up to the shoe. You know what I mean? So just know what you want, partition that money, and don't throw away hundreds of dollars on shoes to get them early and not even gonna wear them right away. So that's my only thing is make sure, man, my goal is to make sure you keep your money in your pocket, as much of it as possible. These are shoes. These should not be breaking our pockets. You know what I mean? So other than that, if y'all need me for anything, y'all know where to find your boy. You can find me on IG.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Oh, they don't? Well,
Nah,
you can
don't.
find me on
You ain't finna
Instagram.
give him my plug. Nah, don't give him my plug. No, go ahead. I'm just playing.
Hey, people tell me that all the
This
time. They be like,
here.
I'll call him for you.
I'm just
But
playing.
yeah, I'm always on Instagram, G. You can always hit me up if you need any info, questions, if you need me to legit check a company or something like that. That's what I does. So that's where y'all can find your boy.
Dude. Q, what you got?
Man, it's your girl Q the Queen out here in these streets now. But
Hey, is it going down? Is it going down this weekend? Or y'all still got some time to go?
our award ceremony?
Yeah.
That was this past Saturday.
Oh, okay. How did that go before we get out of here?
Oh, it went fantastic. We got 18 gold medals. So we're taking 18 to national competition. So obviously everything is virtual. Otherwise, it would have been in Boston, but it's gonna be virtual in July. So
I was gonna say virtual nationals.
Yeah, we own it. We on one.
Dope,
So,
dope, dope.
but yeah, man.
Congratulations.
I appreciate you. Appreciate
Yeah, for
you.
real.
Oh yeah, I still got I forgot to send you the invite for the latest thing. You told me to keep you up to date, measly. So, but I got you. Anyway, yeah. So look out for your girl. I should have. Some, I said this last week, but I should have some content up this week. It's just been, man. Thinking about recording sneakers has just been frivolous to me.
Yeah.
With everything
Already know.
going on. So, and that's just how I am, and that's me. You know what I'm saying? It's you know how I am. But hopefully, I'll have some stuff out for y'all soon.
For sure. For sure. Hey, matter of fact, Q, I gotta talk to you about something too. But we'll talk off camera about that.
Okay.
All right, for sure, man. You already know what it is, man. It's your boy IBA. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Measly G. I appreciate you for pulling up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Shoe Freak, BX. You know what I'm saying? You already know what it is. And Caddy, you already know. You know what I'm saying? We holding it down until you return.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But until then, you know what I'm saying? It's your boy IBA. You know what I'm saying? And see you at the next one.
Hey, that's a fact. That's a fact, man. Appreciate y'all coming through tonight. We a little bit under the 2-hour mark, but it's all good. Man, appreciate everybody came through tonight, man. Most definitely Measly G. He pulled up, gave us some nice little information. Wanted to touch a couple, you know what I'm saying, spots with reselling and whatnot and different things that he does, because sometimes, they get a bad little look or mark or whatever like that. And then also just, his origin of Chicago and himself and sometimes you break fine line, y'all get a bad little look, but y'all doing, y'all to me, I think y'all doing a service. That's legit what it is to me.
I thought you was gonna say we doing the Lord's work.
No.
I was about to say,
Hey, y'all doing the sneaker. Y'all doing the sneaker lords,
I
man.
was
That's
about
what
to be like,
Somebody got to do it.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Y'all some sneaker pastors out here. That's what y'all is.
But the deacon out here,
Congregation.
I wasn't gonna say. I'm glad you said it.
No, but sometimes y'all get a bad look for no reason because of what y'all do or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's a service. Either what I'm saying, you mess with it or you don't. You don't have to. Ain't nobody putting no gun in y'all head. And that's a fact. So I appreciate you coming through. You know what I'm saying, letting people get a little bit of a glimpse of you personally. And that's pretty much it, man. See y'all next Tuesday. Man, is the championship this weekend? I don't even know.
Championship or what?
I was
Oh,
gonna say the same thing.
who else?
yeah. It's this weekend.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. All right. So yeah, and who is it this weekend? It's
Go-
Gold versus who?
With the
And
sneakers?
Ricky? Is it Golden Ricky?
Golden Ricky.
Oh, okay. I thought it was with the sneakers.
Wait, they in the championship? Ricky?
I'm not gonna play with y'all. Hey,
Wait, so it's Go versus Ricky for the championship.
IBA called it, man. IBA called it.
Damn. Okay. Well.
IBA called it, man.
Right.
Basically, IBA called it. I never thought it would be, but you never could. Any given Sunday,
Came to
expect the
fruition.
unexpected.
all I'm gonna say, bet on me, bro.
I don't know about all that, but
Not bet on you, bet with you.
Right.
Bet with me, there you go. Bet with me.
Bet
I
with
guess
you.
you're gonna win the prize, I guess, IBA.
You know what I'm saying?
hey, expect the unexpected. I guess at the end of the day, man, because I didn't see this at all. I didn't see Ricky or Goat coming out of the first round, and that's no disrespect to neither one of them. But I didn't see Goat beating Mo, and he beat Mo. I mean not Mo. Or did he beat Mo? That's right. Yeah, he beat Mo. Yeah, he beat Mo, and then Ricky beat first. Ooh,
He
he
went
didn't
DD, but it
go
was
against
chaotic,
Didi, but who did he go against once he got past Didi? Because he didn't battle Didi.
chaotic kicks.
Chaotic, yeah. So yeah, he a CIA agent or something, man.
I ain't seen chaotic since.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all gonna leave my man's alone. He alive.
Man, he out there getting that bag. But yeah, I mean that's this weekend, so most definitely I look forward to that. I still think Yeah, I still think Go got that. So we'll see what happens. Any given Sunday once again. So we'll see what happens, man. See y'all Saturday, man. Once again, next Tuesday, we got another dope one. And that's pretty much it, man. I'll holler at y'all later.
All right, man.
All
Y'all
right.
stay up for sure.
Be safe.